In this video, we attempt to sort out the long crank time on this Volvo XC70. And ever since I bought this 2002 Volvo XC70, it's a 2.4 turbo from WeBuyCars at an online auction, it struggles to start. It's got a long crank time. Sometimes it starts faster, but ever since I did the timing job, it cranks a few times for very long before it starts. There's also code for the cam sensor. When I confirmed that the timing is correct in the previous video, I noticed there's a very mangled cam sensor aperture ring, and it had some sealant and welding on there. Don't know what happened to it, but that definitely didn't look good. So let's take this brace off, remove the engine mount, remove the cam sensor housing, and get to that aperture ring. Okay, so now we can see the cam sensor housing. Let's just unplug the sensor and take the housing out. Okay, you can see the ear broke off on that housing there. So the ear broke off. The housing is pretty dirty. I can see gunk on there. But obviously it will struggle to center with only one ear. So I reached out to Henk Pretorius from Swedotech in Bloemfontein. He didn't ask me to mention anything, he just did it out of the kindness of his heart. But he commented on one of my previous videos, and I asked him where would I find one of these. So he sent me one with a sensor for free. He didn't ask for anything back, but if you need any help with your Volvo, go check them out. Anyways, I'm going to put this back in. Unfortunately, it didn't have the aperture ring, but I did find a replacement, but we'll get into that just now. So that is the fending part. I suspect, I hope. I'll show you just now what it should look like, but we're going to remove it now and then we can compare. So this thing bolts onto the back of the exhaust camshaft, and it has these tabs. And then the sensor inside the housing there reads the gaps and then tells the ECU where the engine is, the position of the engine. Now that is what mine looks like, and this is what it should look like. Now this one I got off a guy on the Facebook Volvo group. He didn't have a profile pic and his name didn't agree with Truecaller, but in the end he was very responsive and kept sending me all the pics I wanted. And he posted it immediately after I paid him 800 Rand for this. It's a second-hand part, but and it's got the correct part number on there. But he sent me this and I got it the next morning. So thank you so much for that. Anyways, we're going to fit this now and then see if this sorts out our long cranking issue and the cam sensor code. Luckily, this only goes on one way because of those notches in the back there. So let's put it in. Now I should really replace that seal there, but I don't have the correct seal. So I'm going to put it in for now and then we'll look for that seal and come back in here and replace it. It seeped a bit of oil, but I cleaned it now. It wasn't too much. Just this morning, I caught a snake in that room there. And now my wife called me and there's a little rock monitor lizard. It's the smallest one I've seen here. Shame. Yo, this little guy is strong. I'm gonna put him here. There you go. Bye bye. Okay, so that looks 1,000 times better than that old mangled piece. So let's put the cam sensor back in, the new one, and see what difference it makes. Okay, so there's always something, right? Now I can't find another one of these. I think it's a 5mm bolt that goes into the sensor housing, like so. I've looked at all my bolts, I can't find anything. So the solution I came up for today is one of these bolts from the cam locking tool. This is the correct thread. Now it's a Sunday now, tomorrow's a public holiday, we live in a very small town, so just to get it in there, what I did was made a sleeve from aluminium, then a spring washer and a normal washer, and hopefully we can just get the cam sensor housing seated so we can see if it works. Okay, so I managed to get the bolt in at the bottom, not the best, and then one at the top, so at least now it's centered. I also got from Henk at Swedotech this engine mount bracket. This goes over the cam sensor, and then the top mount bolts onto this. This was missing, so thank you for that again, Henk. The problem is I can't fit it now because of that long spacer that I put in there. Now this is just to check whether the car runs fine, so we'll sort that out once I can get another 5mm bolt. I also got this little cover over the fuel injectors from Henk, so thanks for that. So now the moment of truth. I'm gonna hook up the battery again, clear the codes, and start the engine, and hopefully it starts quickly now. Okay, fault code's cleared, so now we start the engine. So hopefully it cranks quickly and starts. Okay, moment of truth. Wow, that's so much easier. Wow, that was quick. Now it sounds good. Nothing weird from the sensor end. Okay, I'm gonna leave it idling like that. Again, for the fuel trims to reset and relearn, now that it has a proper cam signal. So I've set it here to engine speed, short-term fuel trim, long-term fuel trim, coolant temperature, and exhaust camshaft reset value. Not sure what that should be. It was at 9.8%, but now it's running around 40. Don't know if it's percent or what. Anyways, we'll keep an eye on that. But it started very easily, so that's good news. Ha! Don't even know how it was possible to run, let alone start, with this mangled thing. Thanks again, Henk, for the parts. I give this a 5 out of 5 Swedotech service stickers. I drove it around a bit now. Temperature is at 91. Short-term fuel trim is fluctuating like it should, and the long-term fuel trim is minus 5.5. I'm going to give that time, but let's switch off the engine and restart it now that it's hot and see how long it cranks. Yes! Long crank fixed. Thank you for watching. See you next time.